Hiya guys, welcome back to the workshop again. Today I'm going to be doing a comparison between my new 54V DeWalt plunge saw and my trusty old 18V Makita circular saw. If you're a beginner, a DIYer, or someone who's been woodworking a lot longer than I have, you may have a circular saw and thinking of upgrading to a plunge saw. Or, like I said, if you are a beginner and you're thinking of which one do I need to buy to start, hopefully this video will answer some questions for you. I'm going to be testing out the power of the saws, the accuracy and the ease of use, and kind of go over which one I prefer using for what jobs and why. Right, so let's plunge straight into it. So this is my 54V plunge saw. It's an absolute beast. It's pretty heavy. It's obviously bigger than the circular saw, but it is made for precision cuts, especially long cuts. Usually comes with 1 or 2 tracks depending on what you buy in and what kit you get it with. This come with one. I added the extra one as well, just so I can do some longer cuts on some sheets. You may have seen me using it quite a lot in a lot of my recent videos. This is my trusty 18V Makita. I've had it a good few years now and it hasn't really let me down. It's lighter, it's quick to grab, and it is brilliant for those small shortcuts. And if you know what you're doing with this, you can make repeatable, accurate cuts, so they're straight and square every time. So first up, let's do a quick little power test. Nothing too fancy. Let's just see how they get through this 2x6. So it's 50mm thick or 2 inches thick. Wouldn't usually use the track saw, plunge saw for this type of cut, but let's just see how it gets through it. So the track saw just glides through this thick material, it doesn't even slow down, and to be honest it doesn't even look like it's breaking a sweat. Nice and easy, and a nice clean cut. So let's have a little look at the 18V circular saw. As you can hear, it can handle it, but it is working a lot harder and it is a lot slower trying to get through this, but it does eventually get through it, and it still is a pretty clean cut. And like I've said before, it hasn't really let me down in the last few years, but the plunge saw will save a little time just because of that extra bit of power. Let's have a little look at the straight cuts. This is where the plunge saw really shines. The track will keep everything dead straight. And again, that's 18mm ply and it just glides through that too. Let's have a little close up of that edge and we can just see how clean cut that is. And yeah, dead straight there. Let's have a little look at the circular saw. So I've drawn a line, same cut of wood, 18mm ply. As you can see, I am using going freehand here, and so that is all about steady hands when using the saw in this. I could have used a guide, clamped down a level or a straight piece of wood, but to be honest, most of the time, if you're going to do that, you might as well just get the plunge and the track out. As you can see again, it does get through the ply, does take a little longer because it is a lot less powerful, to be fair. And I kind of lose a little bit of accuracy towards the end and do have to go back and restart. Like I said, it's all about steady hands and it is a skill, and the more you do it, the more you will get better at it. So as you can see, it's still pretty straight. It's not as accurate as the track and the plunge saw, and it isn't as quite as clean as of a finish, but it's still pretty good. So you can get away with it if you want to fork out that extra little bit of money for that extra accuracy and clean cut. It's totally up to you. So ease of use, guys. This thing is solid, you know, it's bigger, it's heavier. It does take that little longer to set up, especially laying the track. You may have to clamp it down if you want to be super accurate. For speed and ease of use, literally you can pick this up with one hand and you can get straight into the job without worrying about it. So for speed and ease of use, this one does win, but when you want to get those more controlled, accurate cuts, you're going with the plunge saw. Batteries, guys. Plunge saw battery lasts hell of a long time. It is a 54 volt and it can be used in the 18 volt range as well, whereas the Makita 18 volt circular saw will rinse through batteries, especially if you've got some hard thick pieces of wood that need going through. But to be honest, that is what I got the plunge saw for in the first place anyway. So which one of these wins, guys? Drop down in the comments which you think is best and more suitable for your needs. On a personal note, I find the plunge saw kind of worthwhile, especially for when I'm going to be making some furniture down the line, and it's so much easier when I've been ripping down large sheets of wood and trying to just be more accurate with my cuts. It wins hands down. But there is place in the workshop for my circular saw. It's really handy for small cuts around the place and when you just need that little less precision. If you are using an 18 volt circular saw and you want straighter, cleaner, squarer cuts, I've made a follow-up video which I'm going to put right here, on which I shared a few simple tips that anyone can use to make these more accurate. Guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit like, drop me a subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers, guys.